Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Thanks for tuning in on this episode. We have a replay sent in by Porani. Always mess that up. Always add an I. It's Porani. In his Emil 1 Tier 8, he's in a 357, of course. Why? That's not a 357. What do we got going on here? We got a 3. We got a 3. Wow, we got a 3, 3, and whatever's left over. Is that 9? I think it's 9. Interesting. Well, there you go. A 339, kind of an oddball in the 357 world, but he has loaded into Fjords. That's right, I called it Fjords. What spawn are they on? They're over on the east spawn. He's headed north, and this is a great place for an Emil 1 to play with these new kind of undulations. I like that word, that's a good word. Undulations right here. He's got a Foch 155 with him, and oh boy, nobody else. So that's a little bit dangerous right there, and I think both of them are being kind of careful. I think it's wise to sit back behind this one, especially with the strength of the Emil, which is a kind of a weird little niche tank. While it's a heavy, it's tiny for a heavy. The hull armor is not so good, but the turret is ridiculous. But Porani is going to have problems with his turret because he didn't paint it, so that makes it a little weaker. That just looks weird, doesn't it? Alright, so they've moved up here on Fjords, headed up with only 2 of them, being a little bit careful, and let's see how Porani does with the niche tank, the Emil 1, which has a great turret. How do people do that? I can't do that. I mean, I do once in a while, but it seems like I'm always the bulldog, and the other guy's always Porani. Anyway, 2 scouts, so they do need to be careful if those 2 guys jump them, and it's early, so there's a lot of tanks left. A WZ-111 was seen over here. There's a Leopard. He's kind of out of position to help, but he could swing up here pretty quick. There's the 111, so he showed up, but the Foch brings that big gun to bear. And holy cow, their team is already up 4-1. It was 4-0, now it's 4-1. Porani comes up here. He's got 3 shells left. Remember, this is a proper auto loader. It's not one of the Italian ones where you can shoot and reload. He's got to shoot everything or hit C to reload, and now he's on a long reload. Unfortunately, the replay does not show how long, but I can't remember how it is. It's at least 30 seconds, I want to say. Maybe a little bit more. So the WZ, I would say wisely, but I don't know. Pushing in on both these guys may not have been the best idea. I understand what he's trying to do. Porani, one thing I would say about you right here is I might have tried to go up and jam that WZ-111 just so he couldn't get around my Foch that well. I think you had that idea right about here, thinking, oh, I need to start bothering him. Gets reloaded, and now the result is not really in doubt. Some pretty good aiming. I might have gone for the lower plate. I don't know. You had the green little pipper right there, but would have been a bummer if one of those had bounced. See, I'd have bounced one of those or missed. Nice job though, 2,500. A little bit of teamwork, making it happen, and nobody else came up. Looks like the PTA got killed somewhere in there. Yeah, he got murdered by the other guys in the middle. But nice job helping out your Foch. I like the initial carefulness. And see, that's one of those things about this game. You learn to push forward, but you assess what you have, and then once you're forward, you're careful if you have a situation like that, right? So when you're told to go forward, it doesn't mean you YOLO forward and start blasting and jump out and let 10 guns shoot at you. All right, Porani's pushing in. He's going to head over this way. He doesn't go towards the cap. He takes the steepest part of a hill to go up, so good job. Nice job there. And back down the other side. And I think what's going on here is Porani is executing the patented Guido go to the hit points move at the end of the game. I'm going to take credit for that, even if I don't deserve credit for it, because that's what you do, right? When you're a YouTuber, you take credit for all the good stuff, and anything bad wasn't your fault or something. So here he goes, got a patent, he's reloaded. Quite a few tanks in there taking on these guys. It's a bit surprising to me they lasted as long as they did. Although it's only an E50 and a 113, so probably if those two get too aggressive, they'll get eaten up. So they're really waiting for this big glob to come around behind and break open this fight. There goes the 12T. The Patton has a pretty good day against those two guys. He's able to take them on pretty well. But Porani scoffs him, takes him down, takes a hit from the Charioteer, cuts right, takes the low road. The WZ takes the high road. Now this guy has no options. other than to charge forward. And Porani's going to come up here. Man, I just stopped up on top of that hill there. I'm not exactly sure why he went downhill. And I'd have been shooting him in the back of the hole instead of the turret. But, hey, it worked because guess what? Blip. Another kill for Porani. Doesn't get any hit points on that type forward thing, goes down pretty quick. But nice job, man. 3,300. I liked the early position. Some good decisions on how to fight against those scouts in that WZ. Only thing I would say there is I might have tried to bother the WZ as far as blocking him a little bit sooner. But didn't really seem to hurt you guys too much. Once you reloaded, you punish him. The 155 gets reloaded, takes him down. And then nice job going to get cleanup damage. You know, it looks like a great game at 3,300. It was the 2,500 where you guys handled that north flank that really helped your team win. And the cleanup damage is just icing on the cake. So nice job, man. Thanks for tuning in. I'll spit it out there. To Fjords in this episode of Tactics Talk. Hope you guys have a good day. Keep on sending in those replays if you got them. And we will see you.